Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley live showcase. It is Monday, Matchbox Monday. It's also Memorial Day, which means a holiday, which means spring, which means beginning of summer unofficially. I'm out on the patio and I was getting ready to film this. And I was like, well, I'll just do this live. Why not? So I think a lot of you are out and about, barbecuing, having fun, out swimming, whatever you're doing here in the US at least. And so you might end up watching this later, so I'll get to it. But and I know people are signing in right now, but I think a lot of people are going to end up watching this later, so I want to get to it. This is the Matchbox 2023 Moving Parts E-Case. I know, I believe Ministry of Diecast did this one already, and I honestly can't remember the models that are inside, and so I'm just going to open it up, and we're going to look at the models, maybe open them, and just go from there. And then once I'm done here, I've got the afternoon kind of free, so I'm going to film a bunch of videos that I'll be posting throughout the week. So actually the next 2 weeks, I'll be on vacation next week, and so I'll have plenty of content that will drop while I'm gone. That includes Team Transport. That includes, I've got actually Team Transport. I have the Legends Team Transport and the Legends Honda S2000. I also have a couple of videos that I want to do associated with those. There's Edith. I've got that black and gold or whatever they call that series from Hot Wheels. I've got new Auto World coming. Bunch of other stuff. So anyway, it's I've got a lot of videos to film, and we'll be dropping them it's not average every other day or so, but maybe even more frequent than that. Let's get right to it. I set up here because I like the shade, and but we'll just go from there. Get this opened up, showcase some Matchbox cars, and then get to it. Maybe I'll have a cold beverage after this. I assume you guys can hear me. I hope so. Give me a thumbs up if you can, and just so I know for sure that you can hear me. And I'll try and read your comments. And there is the thumbs up. Good. All right. Let's just go ahead and walk through these models. We'll try and figure out which ones are new. We'll open them up as we go. Here, I'm going to turn this. Let's see. Let's go. I think there is a couple new castings in here too. So I'm going to leave it like that. And we're going to start. I'm really actually not a fan. I've said this before. I'm not a fan of this packaging. I used to think, okay, it's interesting. It's different. I'll give them credit for that. And especially if it's high up, you can look and see what the car is, but I'm getting tired of this packaging, to be perfectly honest. All right. New, I'm looking at the comments here. Got a lot. Didn't I just get back from vacation? I was in Malaysia. That was not a vacation. I sure had a great time, but I was working. I was at the Diecast Expo, and you know, I need vacation from Diecast too. So this one, I'm very, very excited to be. I'll be gone for a while. All right, Mercedes-Benz Unimog U5023. I believe this is a new casting, right? We've seen essentially this casting done for Jurassic World, right? And I think they've modified this one, yeah, to be different. Obviously, it's in a German police livery. So I'll show you all this stuff. If you need that, you got it. Let's go ahead and open this up. This is cool. Matchbox has really been putting a massive amount of budget into the moving parts, and I like it in terms of differentiating. Oh, this is way different. Look at that. So instead of like opening doors or hood, or even like I was wondering if this part like tilted, it's actually and it's metal chassis too. Whoa! I believe, is this matriculating? Is that the word? Matchbox copying RLC, but we'll give them credit because this is $2.50 and the RLC was like $35, right? You know what? We have this little rock set up, so why don't we just like do that? Look at that. I know it's far away, but here, in fact, I can just, we're live. I I can't get super close up, but that is actually kind of cool. Check that out. Metal base. I think, I'm trying to see if this back, I think this back might be metal too. I think everything is metal. And there's a small plastic part in the middle here. I'm telling you guys, this is awesome. This is a great model. Metal. There's the plastic in between that probably fits into the interior. They got clever here, and I think they nailed it. Look at that. Okay, that's a winner. That's a real winner. I think that thing is awesome. The Unimog, and like, here, I'll go down a little bit. I think, let me put it right here. That, like, it's not, that has some real function to it. You think about Unimogs and what they can accomplish and what they do. I'm just gonna try and, there. I think that's awesome. And the cool thing about this case is there are 2 of them. So that's nice. I think people are going to dig that. I wondered if the Unimog might be, and it still might be if people don't, like, it still could be potentially a peg warmer. But I dig that. And the fact that it's a metal chassis, I'm looking back at your comments. They hit a home run with the Unimog. I agree. So that's cool. So I'm going to, like, be perfectly honest. I always enjoy that Matchbox experiments with some of these things, especially in these cheaper models. But here they gave us a metal chassis and this adjustable body, and I think that works really, really well. So really well done. A plus on that one. All right, here's another new model. 2021 Fiat 500e. It's, you know, based on an existing model, but they've added obviously the moving parts here. 2 of those as well. So let's just take a look at this one, open it up. The Fiat's been a bit, I mean, it's not the most exciting car on the road, but I think we all can appreciate that Matchbox does give us these kind of cars. I think they should. I think it's appropriate that they do. And while we may not be as excited about them as others, I think this is still nice. So, okay, so nice color. It looks a lot, I don't have the actual Fiat 500 casting that they have, I don't have it in front of me. But it does look very, very similar, and this one obviously has the opening tail here. Not much to report on it. I don't know if sometimes the Matchbox cars have different interiors and things like that, but I mean, this is, you know, this is, if the Unimog had like an opening hood, I'd be like, okay, that's nice. But I think, you know, this is a nice casting. The opening part doesn't get too far in the way, differentiates it from others. So I give this, I mean, I don't usually give grades here, but I don't want to get into that habit, but it's nice. It's a nice model, and nice is okay. Nice is okay, right? Nice is okay. And so there's the second one. With Matchbox, I think you want home runs, of course. I think the Unimog is. You also want nice. You don't want disappointing. That happens too. That happens with every brand, right? All right. 1995 Volkswagen Golf MK. This one, now, this is the first version, the kind of maroon version that came out like late last year. I don't think a lot of people saw that one. I don't think it was out too much. So this will be the first time some people are seeing this one. Love the color. Talk about disappointing. I'm not a real fan of this casting. I think it's a little too big. And it didn't come out the way I would have hoped. A lot of people like the Golf, and I think it could have been a little bit smaller. I mean, you look at how it compares to the Fiat. It's not that much bigger than the Fiat, right? I think the Fiat kind of hits the appropriate size. This looks more like, this looks more like a Dodge Magnum, to be honest. Almost dropped it. So opening tail on this one too. That's one had, this one's a better version than the first version. Nice click to it. That's nice. Executed well, but I just think the casting, and then see how the wheels kind of sit. I don't know. It's okay. I'll put these on. I have a turntable. Maybe at the end of this, I'll put them on the turntable as long as they don't roll off. Yeah, the dimensions are off on this one. I don't need them all to be exact 1/64. I understand the difficulty in this level of model to do that. I know they used to put scales on here, Matchbox back in the old days. I'm not going to just murder them for being off a little bit. You know, the Unimog is, you kind of have to have the Unimog that size. You can't make it that much bigger. But this one, it's okay. All right. It's too big. It could be just slightly smaller. This one I think people will like too. This is so Matchbox, right? So Raptor, I see your comment. Wish they did true 164 like Autoworld. Autoworld can and should do it. Mini GT can and should do it. Matchbox Hot Wheels, it's different because you're working with similar wheels. You have to kind of work off of kind of a set, like how it works in the package. The fact that these are dollar cars, more or less. It's. I understand you can't totally adhere to like the 164 scale, but you can kind of make like the Fiat look small, right? And it is a small car, but obviously the Unimog is going to be a lot bigger than that in real life. But they just can't necessarily do that exact. But there can be efforts made to make some, like this ambulance is obviously going to be a lot bigger than a Fiat, but it does, within this kind of realm, it does work as a bigger model, right? Okay, Ram ambulance. This looks cool. This was a casting that was released last year and was incredibly difficult to find. In fact, it started gaining in value it went up quite a bit. And this thing, same thing. Matchbox has given the collectors what they want here, which I really appreciate, because you've got, in the $1 range, in the basic range, you would have gotten maybe metal body here, but plastic box, and you get a full metal body here. Plastic chassis, but that's okay. And then you have the metal opening doors. See if I can't open them, I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can. I'm not gonna spend the entire time. Usually if I'm just doing the video, I can like break away and edit it, try and open it, but I'm not gonna. Here, I'll try off camera a little bit. While I'm doing that, I can look at your comments. There, I got them. Yeah, they don't charge like $5. The collector line gets closer to $5. These are more in the $250 to $297, like the $3 range. And I have to say, I mean, but you have to stay even at like in the $1 range. You have to stay within a certain scale. They do for Hot Wheels does for RLC too. It's just not something that you can expect, is all I'm saying. It's not even defending them. It's just to keep things within this kind of realm and branding realm. You can't adhere to a perfect scale. You can do pretty good, but you can't do perfect. And like, this is good. This is not. And so they're within that realm. It's like, doesn't have to be exact. This is good. It's nice and big, has some nice heft to it. And I think this one looks really, really nice. Here's the inside. Detailed interior. Again, I can't go totally close up on the YouTube camera, but you want them to make the lights work. What if they? Oh, sometimes those are requests. Like, what do you want? An engine in this thing? I don't know. Sometimes it's like, sure, it would be awesome, but when has that happened outside of like one line that was a special, like you pressed a button line and that would be a $15, $20 model, and we're gonna see like the RLC Rio Sada NSX with working lights, and that's gonna be like a $30 or $40 model. So it'd be cool to have working lights on this, but again, I don't know why you'd expect that from this. So. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying, but anyway, I like that one. This one's really cool. All right, 1965 Land Rover Generation 2 pickup. Is this the third or fourth version of this one? I like this one. Nice deco on this too. Jungle Safari. Flashing lights would make it spectacular. But maybe one day. Maybe they'll do a special line. All right. There we go. This one looks nice. I like it. Decent size, kind of fits. When they do these, so if we're staying on this topic of scale, notice the off-road wheels are a little bit bigger. So they start with the wheels and they can build from there, right? And it's not perfectly big, but it's like on its own, it works. So I like this one. Very classic. I think the jungle livery and the fact they put the details on the front. Without those details on the front, it looked a little weird. But yeah, this one works a lot. I like this a lot. Very, very cool model. So far, I think the Fiat, even though it's not the most exciting model, yeah, I think we're 1, 2, 3, 4 for 5. Golf color good, casting not good, but I think the execution on the on this release is nice with that color. All right, we'll move this out of the way. I love this casting. 1978 Subaru Brat. This will be my favorite of this set only because I like this casting so much, and I think it was done so beautifully. And nice color on this one. We've seen white with red, with the red Brat striping. We've seen red with the white Brat striping. Am I correct on that? And then we've seen black with kind of a multicolored Brat striping, and now we have this one. So I love this casting. I really, really do. It was one of my favorites when it was released a couple years ago. Favorites of the year. I think I actually voted as my favorite moving parts model, and I continue to really, really dig this one. Doesn't get the headlights. That's a bummer on that. I think it's gotten it in the past. The engine detailing is there, which is nice. And this one, I mean, this is, you know, again, we'll stay with this theme on scale. This is perfect. This is perfect. Like, I think that's pretty comparable in size, right? Like, that works. I think everything about this is not too narrow. It's got nice detailing in the back. The hood fits nicely, doesn't get in the way. Like, there's not too many huge gaps in the moving part. This is a perfectly executed model in my opinion. Deco looks great. I love that they stay committed to the Brat signature Brat striping on the pillar there, on the B pillar. You know, the seats in the back are a must. This is just a great model. I like the Hot Wheels off-road version too, but this in its stock, and the wheels are perfect too for it, aren't they? If you think about what the wheels you've seen on the Brat before, I think these are perfect. Nonetheless, there you go. That is Moving Parts Mix E. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th mix of 2023. I'm going to say, personally, the Brat wins it for me just because I like the casting so much. I think the ambulance is a really well-executed casting, but the biggest surprise is this guy. So for those who joined late, this Unimog is really cool. I said I'd put these on the turntable. Should I try? Let me do that. Let's see if I can get this going. I'm risking it. I'm risking it. Here you can see with the ground I'm over. But we'll see if we can't put these on the turntable and see if we can be somewhat successful. If they roll, we'll start with this one, the articulating Unimog, so you guys can just get a sense of this one. Yeah, you guys can tell me now that I have it on the turntable. I can actually really look at your comments, so I can chat with you. Any new car mats coming soon? We're working on one. In fact, I'm working on something. I know I keep threatening that, but I actually met with the Dream Customs guys when I was in Malaysia, and we have a plan in place, and we might even have some additional items with it. When it's going to drop, I would say it probably won't be until at least fall, but we have something coming. And the next Lamley tarmac sale is this Saturday. There'll be details on that coming very soon. The Mercedes SLS is going to drop with the Lean Customs pin, that bundle. The SLS is already out, but the Lamley edition with the pin is coming out Saturday. So you want to be ready for that, and I'll give you the details. All right, what else? Unimog, Brat, VW, Fiat, and the Ram is last for Joseph. That's a surprise. So there's the Unimog. I'll put it back on the rocks here. It doesn't totally like it, but it does move enough to make it look off-roady there in the background. All right, let's do the ambulance. Make sure they stay on here. Glad you want one of those car mats. This one will be cool. I won't give you any details about it. It's going to be different than the first two we've done. The JCCS, and we did the I-15, but this will have some elements of both, I think. What else? Ambulance wins because it's all metal, at least the body. Chassis plastic. And they gave this a nice, detailing on the sides and the front. You'd love for the Lexus GS to come back, as would I. I'm very much a fan of that one. Don't know if it will. We're getting the Lexus LFA pretty soon. We've already, I think I did a sneak peek on that one. When will the Matchbox make a Chevy Equinox? I don't know. You have to ask them. I really like the color on this one. Like the wheels. Do I have any GT40 left? Yes, they're actually available at JCar right now. Go to jcardiecast.com for the Auto World, or I'll have them available. I'm going to do a Whatnot stream on Saturday with the tarmac stuff, and there should be some GT40 stocked in there. LFA for Matchbox. Matchbox has the LFA coming out. What do I think about Hot Wheels Mattel using moving size 1/64 scale? I don't know. Using a moving size, like a moving parts. Oh, I don't think they'd do that. Hot Wheels doesn't have any moving parts stuff outside of RLC. There's the Golf. So they're making the new Blazer. Yeah, maybe they'll do an Equinox. I don't know. I don't think they'd ever say no to anything. Here's the Fiat. LFA would be cool. LFA is coming. It's not even would be. It's coming. What time is Whatnot? So the Tarmac and Lean Lamley model bundle drops in the Lamley store at 10 a.m. But I'm reserving some for the Whatnot, which will be that's 10 a.m. Mountain Time, my time, or so 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And then a half hour later is when I'll start the Whatnot stream. And there's going to be some of the chases will be randomly inserted. I'm also going to make some chases available for those. I've had a lot of people that want to buy them because they want to guarantee a chase, so I'm going to make them available via auction and whatnot. And then, but there's still going to be some that will get it by random. Is my Whatnot stream posted yet? Yeah, it's there. It's bookmarked. That's the Fiat. Yeah, some people are saying the Fiat. It's nice. It is really nice. It's not the most exciting casting, but it is nice. Here's the International, which I think is really nice too. Love the deco on this one. I'm an artist at a design college. I'm kind of having dreams of being a Hot Wheels and Matchbox designer. Build that portfolio. You come in with a good portfolio, they'll hire you. It's very, very competitive, but build that portfolio. Genesis diecast, that'd be cool. I think a Genesis diecast would be awesome. I like this International, but my favorite is the Brat. Let's do the Brat. I didn't even show this one has the opening doors. There's that. And here's the Brat. What a waste of cardboard. I think it's the same amount of cardboard as a standard Hot Wheels and Matchbox. I just don't like the way it's... Oh, I know what you're saying. You're talking about maybe the way they're packaged. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. What else do I collect apart from 164? What other room do I have? I just have the 164 scale cars and nothing else. Maybe I collect acronym coats. Mist on the front. Yeah, this one, I wish they had the headlights done on this one, but nice to see the engine done. I really like this casting. Any Toyota 85 4Runner releasing soon? I think they have the one in the 70th anniversary set. There's one in that I think has hit stores at this point. The one with the new Porsche and the Jag castings. There you go, guys. This is a nice set. It's decent. There's going to be some more exciting stuff. I'd say it's nice. Subaru is great. I think the Unimog is a surprise. Rest of the car and the ambulances. There's a lot of Matchbox collectors that love castings like the ambulance. Brat's my favorite. Pretty good. I think it's a pretty good set. And I did this live, which is nice, which means I'm done with this video. It's just going to post and I'm done. Except it's super, super long. This video would normally take me about 7 minutes once I edited it down. But we're just going to leave it like this because it's a holiday and we're all chilling out, right? What's the most valuable piece of my collection? I'll answer that another time. I don't even know. So look for, guys, lots of cool videos. Look for Team Transport. Look for Legends. Look for Auto World. Bunch of other stuff. I'm going to head out. Thanks, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Bye.